Alex Pereira has vacated the UFC light heavyweight championship, opening the door for Yuri Prochazka and Carlos Ulberg to fight for the vacant title at UFC 327. Pereira's decision is widely interpreted as a strategic move toward a potential heavyweight run, which could allow him to chase historic multi-division championship status. At RAF 6, top UFC lightweight contender Arman Tsarukyan won his wrestling bout against Giorgio Poulos, but then escalated tensions by tackling and punching him after the match, sparking a chaotic brawl involving coaches and others that required security intervention. Colby Covington reignited his long-running rivalry with former UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman by calling for a third matchup to settle their unfinished business, but outside traditional MMA competition. Instead of waiting on another UFC title shot for either man, Covington proposed they face off in a real American freestyle RAF wrestling match to complete a trilogy. Daniel Cormier weighed in on Alex Pereira's decision to vacate his UFC light heavyweight title, suggesting Pereira is likely aiming to chase UFC history with a run at heavyweight gold, a move that could make him the first fighter to hold titles in 3 divisions. Diego Lopez is publicly weighing the possibility of changing weight classes following setbacks in the featherweight division. After 2 significant losses when challenging for featherweight gold, he's considering a move up to lightweight, where making the featherweight limit has proven increasingly difficult and potentially detrimental. Ilia Topuria is urging the UFC to introduce a new pound-for-pound title, specifically to stage a blockbuster super fight with Islam Makhachev, proposing a catchweight scenario that would amplify their elite status and potentially lead to his 3rd belt across different weights. The UFC announced that former welterweight champion Jack Della Maddalena will headline its upcoming return to Perth, Australia on May 2, 2026, facing rising contender Carlos Prates. This bout marks Della Maddalena's first fight after dropping his title to Islam Makhachev and presents a chance for him to rebound in front of his home crowd. Jon Jones confirmed he remains in talks with the UFC about competing on the high-profile UFC White House card this summer, a bout he's been pushing for since reversing his retirement. The event has faced skepticism from promotion leadership, but Jones is still pursuing a spot amid broader speculation about a potential matchup with Alex Pereira following Pereira's vacating the light heavyweight title. While awaiting his first UFC middleweight title defense against Sean Strickland, Khamzat Chimaev publicly challenged Colby Covington to a wrestling match at an upcoming RAF event, continuing his trend of engaging in unconventional high-profile confrontations while signaling readiness for future competition. Ronda Rousey absolutely crushing pads has ignited a frenzy among MMA fans ahead of her highly anticipated fight against Gina Carano scheduled for May 16, 2026 on Netflix. In the video, Rousey's punches look crisp and powerful enough to draw comparisons to elite boxers like Canelo, prompting Carano supporters to openly worry about how her striking will fare in the matchup.